What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Joe Culpepper Outdoors. I'm Joe Culpepper, and today we're getting a little bit of practice shooting out of the blind. So deer season opens up here in a little more than a week. Today's Thursday. It won't be this Saturday in 2 days, but the Saturday after that, deer season will come in. And I'm gonna wind up hunting out of a blind a lot this year, which I believe I talked about in one of my recent videos. So just kind of going through why I feel like it's important to shoot out of a blind or any type of enclosed space you're going to be shooting out of. It's because you have to be worried about the ceiling above you. You have to be worried about how much space you have in front of you, which fortunately this blind is actually a pretty good size. Just picked this up today. I wonder what that was. Anyways, I do not currently have this blind staked down because I'm just shooting out of it in the yard for today. I will not be shooting out of it anymore until season. Be taking it down here in a few minutes, putting it in the truck so I can go put it up where I'll be hunting. But kind of wanted to put a few shots down range out of the blind, kind of show you what I'm talking about. So limb legs are also a big plus when you're hunting out of a blind. It's really nice just to be able to take and set your bow down. It's ready to go. My rest is up. All I've got to do is pick up this bow and shoot or range beforehand. And I've got my target down there about 43 yards. I think is where I ranged it. So let's just take and shoot real quick, see what it looks like. If I can get my release on my D-loop. So what I'll do out of a blind that I don't do when I'm shooting, just getting in reps in the yard and such, is I will not be actually raising my bow. As you can see, that's why, kind of rocks the blind. Will not be raising my bow and then dropping down into the shot. What I'll have to do out of a blind is take and come up and just pull back like that. It's a little far forward, but that'll work. Make sure I'm right. Oh yeah. So that's a little far forward, maybe about an inch to a half inch in front or to the right of where I wanted to hit. That's okay. I am shooting in this enclosed space. Another thing that you may want to try if you're shooting with limb legs like these, you probably heard a little buzz when that shot went off. So we'll take, since we're shooting at the same distance, since I know I'm fixing to be shooting as well, I can take these limb legs off and just set them to the side as I take and put my next arrow on. You could always do that with the arrow on the quiver as well, or on the rest ready to shoot as well, which is what I would recommend. Again, I want to just take this. Probably would help if I changed my angle just a little bit here. Yeah. So that one's actually it's grouping pretty good. So probably noticed that second shot might have been a little quieter. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but I know I can certainly hear it. So this is my V331. This is my shorter ATA bow. And the reason I like this bow is it normally won't give you much, if any, problem shooting out of a blind like this. Certainly shouldn't give you any issues shooting out of a tree. But now I'm actually going to grab my other bow, which is sitting right out here. So I'm just going to take this one and set it outside. Well, I set it a little bit farther over. So now we're going to pull in the Ethos. I'm just going to take it, clip this back in a little more of an accurate hunting scenario where I would have this closed Of course, I would have it closed a little bit better than it currently is, but just for getting reps downrange, I don't know, I could probably go ahead and, there we go. Yeah, that ain't too bad. So we're going to be shooting, of course, the same distance. I have not moved my target. I probably need to take this right here, get this tight down in the corner there. Oh well, it'll be okay. So now we're going to shoot the Ethos out of the blind, which is a 33 axle to axle. So we're still going to be shooting at 43 yards. Now with this bow, since these don't have specific limb legs, I do have a set, I think these are Pine Ridge archery legs on here. I'm not sure exactly what they call these, but this is what I'm running. Of course, with my stabilizer on the lower position with a 10-degree down, just to get it a little bit easier to set down and leave alone. But with this not being a factory, or maybe I shouldn't say factory, maybe I should say with this not being manufactured by Elite or insert bow company here, I probably, I would not recommend that you shoot with this still on your bow. I would take it and set it to the side before I took my shot, just to be on the safe side. I have shot this bow with that on here a little bit, and wound up kind of doing some cosmetic damage, nothing crazy, but did do some cosmetic damage to the limbs. So I wouldn't recommend that you shoot with that on the bow. To each their own. I just wouldn't really recommend it. So now we have dropped from, we're shooting this bow. We'll talk about the particulars here in a second. So you might can hear this bow is actually really, really quiet. Don't know what the camera's going to pick up or not with shooting these, but one thing about this bow I have said, I don't remember if I mentioned it in my video that I made on this bow. You can probably see when I go to draw back. Pretty smooth in the beginning, and then it really hits this big hump in the back. So when you're trying to draw very controlled and very slowly, does kind of get difficult with this bow. Not the worst thing in the world, but there we go. That was a terrible shot. That was a terrible shot. I'm not used to shooting while sitting down. I always shoot standing up. So I don't know if we want to blame it on that or we want to blame it on something else. But yeah, I do recommend that you do come out and try to shoot out of your blind with your bow if you are blind hunting. If you're going to hunt the saddle, of course, I would definitely recommend that you take your saddle, throw it up on a tree, and check that. Make sure that you're shooting good out of it. I would be hunting out of a saddle this year myself, but it just happens that where I'm going to be hunting, not going to be able to get a saddle out there on a tree. There's just not really any trees there. So let's see if we can get this one a little bit better. That was better. That's exactly where I want it. So, with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully you'll get out and you'll shoot out of your blind before season comes in. If you are going to be hunting out of a blind, if not, like I said, get in whatever you're going to be hunting out of. Fling a few arrows downrange, just kind of see what happens. And hopefully you'll have some good success this season. So with all that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please stay safe, stay in the outdoors. God bless you. I'll catch you on the next one.